Hi, we're here at Amoeba Hollywood with Saul Williams, and we're going to talk about what's in his bag today.
All right. I gotta listen to this. This David Bowie Live 72 Santa Monica. I never heard of this concert, and it's my favorite album of his, Ziggy Stardust. So
Nice.
had some friends come out with an album today.
That album is all over the place.
Yeah, it's Zach De La Rocha and John Theodore from, well, I knew him initially as the drummer of the Mars Volta, and he broke away from the band, and for ages, him and Zach been playing around with stuff. Everybody's been waiting for Zach to do something, new. It's Zach on keyboards and John Theodore on drums, period. The rest is Zach's vocals, so there's no Tom Morello, there's no guitar. I like the folk section because I like the Smithsonian Alan Lomax stuff, all the Library of Congress releases. I always find a lot of cool Chain Gang, I don't want to give away, but I always find cool Chain Gang and Call and Response, a lot of prison stuff, where the percussion is, people hitting pickaxes on rock or wood or what have you, and it's just a great sound and really inspirational as far as cultural anthropology and all that.
Well, I wanted to ask you a little bit about your album. I know it just came out recently. You did something kind of innovative with it before it was released. You put it up online,
no
right?
offense to Amoeba.
No, it's okay. But why don't you tell us a little bit about it for the people who don't know?
Well, essentially in the same spirit of independent music stores, there are independent artists who are looking for, avenues of reaching people directly, and finding ways to cut the red tape, and for an artist like myself who makes music that is a cross between many genres, it's a hybrid, the internet has essentially provided the perfect infrastructure to just reach everyone at once without having to deal with the marketing that machines that are out there. And so one thing I did was I gave it away for free, just to honor the fact that anybody can get music for free anyway nowadays. But the cool thing was to give it away for free from me. Releasing it online did a lot of cool things for me. One, it opened me up to a lot of people who would want to, check it out but wouldn't want to necessarily spend money for it. Two, as far as artwork, for example, is concerned, it's so hard to just get pages to put lyrics and artwork, and I've had to trade off, I want to do, something big, we don't have money for that, we don't know. And so I was able to do a 33-page booklet as a PDF file, as a download with the CD, whether you pay it or not. I was able to release more art than I ever have. I want to live off my art like anyone else, but I'm also really interested in reaching people with my work and perhaps affecting, how they look at things or think or what have you. Primarily because I want to build a foundation so that an artist like myself is no longer seen as, awkward or sticking out. I want to lay the foundation so that hybrid people who are beyond race and beyond class and beyond all the social strata that they use to quarantine and subject us to, will have a place to stand and be like, yeah, this is where, they used to call that alternative, but they found that I didn't even fit into that because alternative means something else, evidently. The name of the album is The Inevitable Rise and Liberation of Niggy Stardust.
Niggy Stardust, Grippo King, philosopher.
I collaborated with Trent Reznor, and the character, like the music, is a hybrid. My interest in David Bowie, for example, has, everything to do with the fact that I really appreciate the way I term it is, I feel like he, in a sense, manipulated the market and the media. Bowie was a folk artist before he became, Ziggy Stardust, before he became this rock guy, and there was a need to transform who he was in the public and for the media because he had all these failed albums and what have you. And me, I'm obviously known the most as a spoken word artist or poet, and I have always been interested in transforming that image into something that allows me more freedom as an artist, because although maybe how I'm seen, it's not necessarily how I see myself, and I'd like the grace and freedom to just be me. That's what this album is about. Releasing it that way was about that as well. It's about, liberating, the walls that separate whatever, and just saying, here, you can have it, check it out.
Niggy Stardust, Grippo King, philosopher and artist.